Welcome, everyone. This is Jana Stafford with Fink Magazine. Today, I'm joined by Thomas Fink, Chief Executive Officer of TopFlight Mechanical Services. Hey, Thomas, thanks so much for offering some of your time to Fink Magazine today.
Thank you for having me. It's a pleasure to be here in that important magazine and now with this YouTube. Thank you very much.
We at Fink recently had the opportunity to get to know the TopFlight team a little bit better at Fink's annual crawfish boil, and I'm sorry that you weren't able to make it there. I understand you were down and out, but we did miss you. So we thought it would be helpful to have TopFlight on to give our audience some background and more info about the company. So we're rolling, Thomas. But hey, to start off, how did you get the name TopFlight for a mechanical services company? I was just curious.
Oh, that's a very good question. TopFlight, not everybody knows that TopFlight is a word and has a signification, has a meaning, a definition, and is a very nice definition. So we don't need to say much more than only saying TopFlight, because TopFlight means that is the highest level or the highest rank of achievement. So it's an excellence. That's what the name is all about. So our company is mirroring the name to make it as a service in the industry with excellence and being the highest standard.
Yeah, I absolutely did not know that until we looked it up beforehand. So that's very interesting. Can you please explain to our audience what it is that TopFlight does for the industrial sectors, such as refining, petrochem, power gen, utilities, offshore platforms, food processing, and much more, I know.
Yes. So TopFlight is a company very specialized in bringing new technologies, solutions to the day-to-day services in mechanical services. We do regular mechanical services like field machining, bolting, leak sealing, hot tapping. We do all regular what the industry already knows about special mechanical services, but we also add special repairs of pipelines with composites. That is one of our specialty. So we reinforce pipelines and extend the life of pipelines until 20 years according to standards. So instead of changing a pipeline, instead of your having a heavy maintenance and a shutdown, we can come in and reinforce the pipeline and extend the life of the pipeline. This is one of our specialty technologies, and we also add corrosion monitoring. We are partners from InductoSense, is a UK established company that has an innovation worldwide, is the #1 permanent installed sensor for corrosion monitoring. So in this case, companies that work with TopFlight can predict the life of the pipelines or the assets. So we install those sensors and monitor the erosion or corrosion, predicting the lifespan of the metal. So we are a regular mechanical service company, but adding very special new technologies.
Yeah, no kidding. That's certainly a lot of area that you cover and a lot of industries as well. Can you tell us about some of the more unique products or maybe even new products and services that TopFlight provides to industry?
Yes, I just explain about InductoSense. That is one of our core innovations in the market. But we also brought to US a company with the name Max Epoxy. Max Epoxy has special high-performance polymers for corrosion protection, abrasion resistance, and for chemical resistance. In this case, TopFlight is specialized in applying those high-performance polymers and extend the life of the assets of the clients. So we are almost a one-stop shop for reliability and increasing the life of the asset, reducing shutdown time, increasing life on pipelines and all the assets that can be maintained with the corrosion protection, erosion, abrasion, or the composite repair for reinforcement.
Okay, well, thanks for that update. So Thomas, pull out your 8-ball for a second and let's have a look into the future. Where is TopFlight heading and what can the market expect to see from the company?
Yeah, so TopFlight is part of a group of companies that started 30 years ago, almost. 1st of May 2023, we will make 30 years of existence. And there are 4 or 5 companies in Brazil and 3 companies in US. And TopFlight was one of the acquisitions from Fink recently during the pandemic. We have our COO, that is the operational partner in our business, that was the previous sole owner of the company, Mr. Christopher Lee Baxter, one of the very recognized persons for the industry in their mechanical services and repairs. Everybody that talks about him really loves to stay with him, and the service that he provides is outstanding. Very much committed with what companies are requesting, especially the safety. And that being said, we are looking into the future to TopFlight be the service arm for our international expansion. We had Fink in US that is responsible for the technology expansion, where we are now in several countries. But the service side, we handle from Brazil to South America, and the goal is from US, the rest of the world, where we will expand and make special offices in key places.
Good deal. It sounds like there's a great international plan moving forward for sure, and already has been.
Oh, yes.
Yeah. In the time we've spent with you and your team, it's obvious that relationships really matter to you. What are some of the things your customers would say about your team's work for them? And can you give an example of how TopFlight was able to solve a big problem?
I would say that our customers rely on TopFlight, the name, as everybody now knows this, the meaning of TopFlight is the highest level of achievement and excellence. So they can rely on us with the safety in number 1. So we have 0 recordable, 0 accidents. We are a company that are very focused in our procedures, that we don't create any misleading between one and other job. So we are a company that know how to say no. It's very important to say no for a job where the risk is part of the job, or where the job cannot be done according to the standards. So we will be always on the safe side. And of course, the other very important point is being committed to the project. So everything that we agree with the client, that we say that we will do, we will deliver. We know that we can say what we will really do for the customer, and the expectation, what is high level on our delivery, we will deliver in the same level. In case for a project that we did, we recently did a very important job for a major refinery in the ship channel, where we measure it, we fabricate it, and we install a clamp. And that was reducing for the client a very, very short, in a short period of time. So we did it. So that reduced for the client a very big shutdown that the client could have and millions of dollars of expenditures.
Let's take our discussion to a more personal place now. What has been the most pivotal moment of your career?
Jana, I think that coming to US and expanding the business in US, that is my top of the highlight. It was a big project. It was a project of changing a whole family. It was a project of expanding companies and going international and breathing the atmosphere, breathing the real entrepreneurial air that we have here in US. It's something that is unique. So I'm very glad and thankful to be here, and that is the highlight of my career for sure.
Okay, good deal. That's really nice to hear. Now, one more for you. If you could have any other job or work in any other industry, what would it be?
Oh, that is a very difficult question. Jana, I really can't see me doing anything else as entertaining people, talking to people, going to trade shows, having moments where we can really talk about technologies and showing the industry how innovative we are and how forward thinking we are. So I think I have a blessing because I wake up every day so happy to work in the industry, in the oil and gas industry, related with corrosion, related with all the repairs and reliability. So I can't see something else. But as you ask, I can say what would be my dream. And my dream would be a Formula One racer. That
I love it.
I was a go-kart racer in Brazil. I won championships, and I was a state champion as well in Brazil. And but unfortunately, that is not for who really have the interest. Is more about being in the right place with the right moment and having a lot of cash that I didn't have at the time.
Well said. It was fun. It really was fun spending some time together today. So let's wrap this interview up. But thank you again for talking with Bic Magazine today, Thomas. I appreciate it.
It is absolutely my pleasure. And I want to one more time highlight that Bic is doing excellent service for our industry. Companies like us really relying on you guys doing such a great job making networks. And now the trade show that we already signed up in I think October or November, we have a special booth there. We will be there at the Crawfish Festival where we see the industry, where we entertain people. So Bic is doing a really good job, and I appreciate being here and being part of this moment with Bic. Thank you so much. I appreciate it.
Good deal. For those interested in learning more about TopFlight Mechanical Services, visit topflightms.com. As always, we are most grateful for our audience. Please like and share this recording with colleagues. And for more industry news, videos, webinars, and podcasts, visit bicmagazine.com. And remember, it's what we do together that counts.